sports then. Manchester United lost to Tottenham Hotspur, didn't they, in last night's Europa League final, and the financial implications are actually very stark. Kaveh Solokol is here to discuss it in more detail. Is your microphone on? Are you just checking? There we are. Look, just explain to us how it's been impacted, actually, just over last night.
Well, look, Manchester United's shares are one of the biggest fallers on the New York Stock Exchange today. The shares have fallen 8% so far. Last night they closed at $14.54. At the moment they are trading at $13.38, so down 8%. And if you look at what's happened to the Manchester United share price over the past couple of years, you'll see here, for instance, there was a real spike at the end of 2022. That is when news came out that the Glazer family were considering selling Manchester United. So the share price shot up. And then you see there early in 2023, again, the share price went as high as $26. That is double what it is at the moment. And the reason it went so high is because news emerged that the Qatari banker Sheikh Jassim had made an offer of £4 billion to buy Manchester United. Obviously, he ended up walking away. Jim Ratcliffe, back in February last year, bought his stake of around 27%. He actually paid $33 a share. So when he bought his stake, valued at £4 billion, now those shares that Jim Ratcliffe paid $33 for are now worth around $13. And United's market capitalisation at the moment is not £4 billion, it is around £1.7 billion. And if you remember a couple of years ago, we were always told that the reason the Qataris walked away is because they just thought Manchester United is not worth what the Glazer family are asking. United are not worth £5-6 billion. We're walking away. At the moment, their market capitalisation is £1.7 billion. So
just put that into perspective then for us. So what is the actual loss then for them?
Well, what happens is the reason the share price falls is people are selling their shares. And the reason they're selling their shares at the moment is because United lost last night. They're not going to be in the Champions League. They're not going to be in Europe next season. That means they're missing out on a potential 150 million pounds. So people waking up in New York this morning who own these shares, or all around the world, are selling the shares. And that is why the price is falling. But of course, share prices can go up, things improve on and off the pitch at United, the share price will start rising again.
OK, but a lot of money you're talking about there, aren't you?
United a little bit more because, of course, Ruben Amorim also coming under the spotlight. What did you make of his tactics and how his side went about things last night?
Shocking, Joe. I thought they were terrible. They were so bad. And in the end, Tottenham just decided to defend. It was one of the worst. I think it is actually probably the worst Manchester United final performance I've ever seen. They were absolutely awful. None of them had anything about them. The manager, inept of ideas, didn't know how to change it, didn't know how to affect the game, made subs too late. And not one player on that pitch, maybe Maguire, done okay. Diallo in the first half, done all right. But come on, a European final and you put in a performance like that, Manchester United, some of these players are on 350 grand a week. Unbelievable, the performance they put in.
Yeah, because, I mean, from a player's perspective, how much responsibility do they have to take for simply just not turning up in a final?
Yeah. Look, obviously it's on the players as well. But if you're playing in a system that don't work, and you're playing in a system that just doesn't work for this team, Bruno Fernandes has been their only decent player this season. Really, played him centre midfield. So he's having to run around everywhere. That's not where you want Bruno Fernandes. You want Bruno Fernandes at the high end of the pitch, getting in pockets and making key passes. Bruno Fernandes, he's getting the ball off the keeper. He's getting the ball off the back four. You don't want to do that. That's not his game. I just couldn't believe what I was watching. When I see Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro in midfield, I'm thinking, what a touch. Because they've just completely stifled Bruno Fernandes' game. He is not a centre midfield player. He's never been a centre midfield player. He's a good player, can play anywhere. He's a great player when you play him in the right position. Play him as a number 10, that's where he affects the game. I couldn't believe what they were doing, Man United, and they were absolutely shocking all over the park. Every single one of them should have been ashamed of themselves of the performance they put in. It was terrible.
And I mean, we've heard from Amorim saying he would walk away if the club didn't want him.
He should walk.
Yeah, well,
he should walk.
He does seem to have the backing of the board, though. So what would it take for that to change, given their league